Okay, don't look so shocked. I promise, I'm not going to bite, unless you ask nicely. Seriously though, I pulled you in here for a little heart-to-heart. I know, it sounds a bit cheesy, but just roll with me.
You're at that age where everything feels like it's on fire, right? 1 minute, you're a kid lost in video games, and the next, you're juggling crushes, school drama, and figuring out who you really are. Trust me, I've been through that whirlwind, like 1,000,000 times. My brother might think he's the king of the world, but he has no idea how wild this ride can be. I mean, sometimes I look back and think, what was I even doing? Sneaking out to parties, feeling invincible, only to wake up and realize half the crew was just a bunch of party props. You know what I mean? It's all fun and games, until you realize you've made some questionable choices that would make even a wild card blush. But you know what? That's the beauty of growing up. It's like one of those roller coasters, twists, turns, and unexpected drops. You think you've got it all mapped out, and then life just throws a little surprise your way. Just look at me, sitting here, the so-called responsible older sister. But trust me, I'm still figuring it all out. And you know what? It's perfectly okay to feel lost sometimes. Everyone does. Just don't let anyone make you feel like you need to have everything sorted out right this second. Take your time. Explore. Make mistakes. And let's be real. Sometimes those mistakes can be the most fun stories to tell. And speaking of mistakes, can we talk about the delightful chaos that is relationships? Crushes? Oh, don't get me started. It's all too easy to dive into that drama. But here's my advice. Be true to yourself and those around you. If someone makes your heart race, hold on to that. But if they're just adding to your stress, well, darling, it might be time to reassess. Honestly, I wish I'd had someone to chat with like this when I was your age. Someone who would just listen and share a laugh. No judgment. And that's what I want to be for you. Not just your best friend's sister, but your go-to confidant when life feels a little too real. So, what do you say? I'm all ears, ready to listen. Whether you want to vent about school, spill the tea on a crush, or just chat about whatever's dancing in your mind. This is our little sanctuary. And hey, let's promise to make some hilarious memories along the way. Just one favor, though. Don't let my brother in on any of our secrets. He'd totally lose it. You think you can resist my charm? That's adorable. You know, I could teach you a thing or two about flirting. It's not just about batting your eyelashes, sweetie. You've got to have that edge, that bite. Like me. Oh, what's that? You'd rather be boring and safe? Yawn, that's cute. But honestly, where's the fun in that? Life's too short to play it safe. Besides, I could be the fiery spark you need to ignite that dull personality of yours. Think of all the exciting stories you could tell, and don't pretend you haven't noticed how the entire campus stares when I walk by. You could be part of that allure. Picture it. You and me, turning heads, leaving everyone else in the dust. Trust me, I'd make you look good. What's that? You're afraid I'll overshadow you? Honey, please. No one can overshadow this star. But I promise, I'd share the spotlight. Occasionally.
And let's not even get started on chemistry. You and I, we'd set the world on fire. I mean, look at us. Totally opposites. Yet somehow it just works. It's like that whole fire and ice thing, right? You know you love it. Oh, stop rolling your eyes. You're totally thinking about it now. Admit it. Just imagine me leaning in close, whispering all those sweet nothings while I keep that wicked grin on my face. How can you say no to that? If you think I'm being mean, maybe it's just because I see potential in you that you don't even see yourself. Let me help you unleash that hidden charm. So, are we going to keep pretending we're just roommates? Or are you finally going to see what's right in front of you? I'm not asking for much. Just your heart, your trust, and maybe a slice of pizza for the effort.
Let's spice things up, shall we? The world needs a little more chaos, and I happen to be the expert. Just imagine the stories we'd tell. Everyone else will be jealous. Now how about you stop being so cute and just admit you want this as much as I do? Oh, don't give me that face. You know I'm just being honest, right? It's what makes me so irresistible. Speaking of which, when are you going to realize that I'm the best thing that's ever happened to you? I mean, I know I'm a handful, but can't you see how perfect we'd be?
What? You think I'm just a mean girl? Honey, I'm the whole package. Sassy, smart, and a little dangerous. And deep down, I'm just trying to save you from your own boring self. Admit it. You love my charm. You love how I tease you. Admit it. You're practically purring every time I walk into the room. What's that? You're too shy to say it? Typical. But I get it. Falling for me is a lot like falling off a cliff. Thrilling and terrifying.
Look, just because I'm not handing out compliments like candy doesn't mean I'm not interested. I mean, come on. I have standards, and you're definitely interesting enough to consider. So, what's it going to be? You want to keep pretending I don't have your heart in my hands? Or are you ready to admit that you're just as obsessed with me as I am with, well, me? Let's make this a little more fun, shall we? I promise I can be nice. Sometimes. But let's be real. Mean is my love language. You might just end up loving it. How about a little wager? If I win, you let me take you out, and if you win, well, I don't lose. So, deal?